There's several different ways besides material participation, 100% bonus depreciation to ultimately pay less taxes as a short-term rental and real estate investor as a whole. So Ryan, what are some of these other strategies you talk through with your clients to be able to help them save on their tax bill?
Yeah, anytime we have what I call a shock in income, where you're normally used to making a certain amount of money every year, and it goes like this a little bit, and then all of a sudden, okay, you have a $100,000 short-term rental loss because you just bought a short-term rental property, and now like that income stays the same, but now you're paying taxes on this instead of here. We need to also do more tax planning around that, and one of the great strategies to do is what's called a Roth conversion. So if I'm a high income earner at a W-2, for the most part, I'm going to be contributing to traditional tax deferred 401ks, which means I get a tax deduction now, but I have to pay taxes on that money when I go to withdraw it. So it's like this ticking time bomb. And not a lot of people realize this, but if your money is invested properly in good like growth mutual funds, your account will double every 8 years. So if I had $100,000, right, that's going to double in 8 years, going to double again in 16, going to double again in 24. And next thing you know, like that $100,000 that I had invested by like 35, that's going to become close to $1 million by the time I'm 55, 60. And I'm going to have to pay taxes on $1 million rather than paying taxes on 100, right? So when you lower your income by using the short-term rental loophole, the strategy there is, okay, let's pay the tax on that 401k now when it's at 100, and I pay the tax on it now, rather than waiting for that thing to earn and grow tax deferred. Like, would you rather pay tax on 100K now or pay tax on $1 million later? Like, it's more money, but your overall tax burden is a lot more if you pay taxes in the future. When you have the ability to lock in your tax rate on that now, it's super powerful. Anytime we can drop clients from like a 32, 35% bracket down to like a 12 or a 22, we're doing these Roth conversions, because not only are they saving money this year, but the goal of tax planning is to save the most amount of money over the course of your life. And if we can lock in those Roth conversions at super low tax brackets, that money is going to earn and grow tax-free for the rest of their life.
That's awesome. Now, what are these conversions looking like? So, hey, it's still growing in their equities or mutual funds, but are you moving them over to, a different product outside of that 401k?
No, you don't have to. You could stay in the same exact mutual fund or equity fund that you're in. All you're doing is saying, hey, I would like to pay the taxes on this now. So you pay the taxes on it at a lower bracket, right? 12%, 22%, rather than whatever it's going to be down the road. Because nobody has a crystal ball. But the government just put in $7 million or $7 trillion in the last 3 years. So I will tell you this, I think they're going to be a lot higher in the future. Right now, I will tell you though, once your investments are in Roth, you really do want to have stocks that are going to go bonkers, because all of it's going to come out tax free. So like if I had a stock portfolio and like, let's say 100,000 of it was traditional 401k and 100,000 was Roth, like I'm putting like NVIDIA, Tesla, freaking tech stocks, AI stocks, like I'm putting all those in my Roth, because that all comes out tax free. I wouldn't really want to put a lot of stuff that appreciates a lot in traditional, because that's just a ticking time bomb. I got to pay taxes on that at some point down the road. So like high growth, super aggressive stocks, you put them in Roth. Like traditional steady companies, you keep them in traditional.
That's a really great way to, maximize it. I love the point you said. It's not just saving money today, but it's saving money over your lifetime, because, we're all going to be here for, X amount of time in the future. And you want to make sure you're not just saving taxes today, but saving taxes tomorrow. Again, guys, if you want to take advantage of more of these tax strategies, head on over to taxstrategy365.com.